This is session 2 of however many this ends up being of Rhapsody of Blood, Creeping Darkness. We are just now entering the castle with the new generation of explorers. Can we give the elevator pitch on each of our explorers by starting with Bertrand? Because, of course.
Bertrand is the knight. He is of the bloodline of the Moon Cursed, and is noticeably masculine with a hard body. He's probably Caucasian underneath all the fur. He has made no secret of his motivation, which is to kill his father to bring honor to their family name.
Oh, and by the way, your father is a regent, which is an important point.
That he is. He seemed like a really nice guy the last time that we hung out with him. We'll see how he's doing now.
All right. Dr. Mikaber, tell us about yourself.
Yes, right. So Dr. Macabre is of the Order of the Quill and Dagger. He's a doctor of natural and applied sciences, motivated by the pursuit of knowledge and the accumulation of wisdom. He is part of the bloodline that was founded by Marley, who was sort of a man of science and wealth and sort of set the tone and the pace for the order.
All right, cool. Montresor?
Montresor is a giant white albino raven of the bloodline Whoosh. He comes as a pseudo-descendant of the arch-druid Usher, who would lose himself in the forms of various animal creatures. Montresor, or Monty, takes the role of the mascot amongst the party and has represented the animal kingdom throughout the years. He seeks to enter the castle, if I can get down to my drives, which are here somewhere, because the trees have gone barren and my people are being hunted by wild creatures. I hope to approach by carrying the wind up to the rooftops and attacking the watchtower.
All right. And Srishti, tell us more about yourself.
Srishti is of the bloodline, let's see, Keepers of the Seven Stars. So she comes from a family of fortune tellers, though she herself has not really kept that up. She has the ability to do it, but it's not something that she enjoys or practices. She's a medic, and maybe some kind of researcher by trade. I'm not sure. She's feminine, South Asian, with a thin body. She used to be friends with Bertrand, and then don't know what happened, and is also learning from Montresor how to fight. Her motivation for getting into the castle is that there was someone from the future who came and told of dire things that would happen if she were not to confront what was in the castle, and then died at her doorstep. So it's like she doesn't have an opportunity to refuse.
All right. So you're now inside the castle. You've all met up somehow, and there are 4 wards, and then there's a throne room, which seems to be covered in eyeballs. The door to the throne room is, at least, or the hallway leading up to the door, rather. So I posted the big confines of the castle. You are all in it. So choose a ward and we'll go there. We'll start traversing the labyrinth, the castle. Do you have any preferences?
One that feels logical to me is the loading dock. If we had an approach where we're all being hidden in this caravan as it basically just enters through the front doors.
Yeah, let's get my vote. That one jumped at me too.
Loading dock, anyone is opposed to that? Alright, cool. So, I guess we will start. Who is taking point?
Bertrand
how-
volunteers to put himself out in front of any danger that approaches.
And, hold on, let me post the links to everything again. And scrolling up. Alright, so that will be Travel the Labyrinth. You may choose to mark contamination to get advantage on that roll. And roll for your party. I need to go there now. It's on the founder page, which a bit inconvenient, but eh. Alright. I'm gonna clear dice. Was that your roll?
I don't actually have a link to roll for your party, so
Okay, it's the one on the founder thing, but it's here.
thank you. And you said you would like me to be using clear dice? Yes? Apparently I just lost all audio. Can you hear me still? Good times. Good times. I'm going to try exiting and re-entering.
Actually,
and...
hold on.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Yeah, I think it might be just Maria that we can't hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I won't exit and re-enter.
Yeah, still nothing.
All right, let's see for now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Is it foggy or not?
It's a
worse
little
quality.
tinny, but not too bad.
Okay, cool. So I'll fix the other mic later. I'm just using the one in the headset. I was using a different one. So red dice, I was saying.
Red dice, that makes sense. So I'm rolling plus blood.
Wait, Agatha, you can't hear me still? Oh, okay.
Oh, I assume blood starts at 0.
Yes, you can mark contamination to roll with advantage, which means add another dice and take the two highest.
Can you do that on any roll?
Just traverse the labyrinth. Travel the labyrinth. You can mark contamination to do that.
Yeah, I think there's a few different ones, but all ones that involve rolling with blood.
Well, I fully intend to be taking contamination by having monsters, hitting me in
Sins of the Father.
Yeah, unholy ways. So, I'll roll an 8.
Roll another die. It's 3 and then take the higher 2.
No, I didn't want to take advantage, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
No.
okay. I thought you said you did. Okay. All right, that's an 8, which means you hold 1. Describe your insight into the ward's purpose or layout. Like for the loading docks are pretty dark right now and pretty wide. There's a lot of crates. What is your insight?
So I'm making up something about the loading docks myself now, is what we're saying. Okay. Well, it raises the question of what kinds of things the regent of an eternal reincarnating castle would need delivered or loaded or unloaded, I assume corpses. And so that the loading docks are actually full of coffins, just collected from nearby graveyards, perhaps, or perhaps fresher collections. And so there's a lot of different structures to slink between and hide behind, and so on and so forth. But it's extremely disturbing at the same time.
Yeah. So as you're traveling through the loading docks, you see a group of you. You might even think they're animals, but at first, but they're actually humanoid, and they're moving boxes and coffins around. What do you do? All of you.
Can I don't suppose, can I perceive sort of a way past them that doesn't involve confrontation? You know, is there sort of like a clear path to maybe skulk?
Give me a glass roll for see clear.
Yeah, I was just checking my glass. I have this 0 in it, but I'll give it a shot. Oh, perfect. That's a 10.
Okay, cool. I am going to unsort dice for myself at least. So with see clear, you asked 3 questions
Yes.
of the list.
So can I see a clear exit?
Yes, there is a clear exit. It's you don't have to necessarily engage the workers. They might see you if you are not super careful.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Can you give me a better sense of, you know, what the threat is with these workers? I mean, maybe you mentioned it and I missed it, but are they, you know, feral, you know, beasts?
So
Are they...
I'm guessing the question is, what can the enemies here do?
Yes.
All right. They're mainly workers. They just move things around, and I mean, they can attack if need be, but they're just here to do heavy work, manual labor.
And I don't know. Anybody else? Do any of you have a critical question, or otherwise I might just ask, what's the number? What's the you know, the magnitude of the size of the...
Well, there's a list of questions in See Clear, and it's one of those questions.
Yeah, you've actually been asking off of them, which is fantastic.
I've been trying to, but I'm having to go off script.
I mean, the thing is, I was fine with because it's like, which exit takes me to my goal.
Right.
Makes sense. So here is the list. Because I'm fine with interpreting it to to fit the situation, but like,
Yeah,
there is an actual list.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's something besides these workers that might be dangerous. Because right now it seems like we could just leave. I don't know if that's truly the case.
Do you wanna ask that?
If Eduardo will allow me his hold, I will ask, what should I be on the lookout for?
All right. Well, like Bertrand noticed, there are corpses around. They're not human corpses though; they're animal corpses, and those tend to be bigger and sharper than human corpses. So, and sharper as in sharper claws and teeth.
Okay. Do these loading docks, do they drop? I'm trying to recall from our setup. Is there like a moat that they drop into? Because I have an idea of something that I might do so that we don't
I'm
get it
gonna say
backwards.
yes. There's a mode.
Yeah. Then I think as we pass into the area, I would like to try to. This might be an odd way of using flow like water, but beat my wings hard enough to try to blow these corpses into that water so that we can pass unimpeded.
Well, the problem right now isn't the corpses. It's just the workers that are moving stuff around near you.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah.
you still need to flow like water, but not to move corpses around. It's more flow like water to move without getting detected.
Okay. Yeah.
And I just need one. I don't need everyone to roll. Or
Okay.
yeah, just one. Just make
Okay.
things easier.
So I
we-
got.
Oh, go ahead, Vincent. I'm sorry.
All right. I went ahead and rolled. If you had something you wanted to ask first, Eduardo.
No, I just wanted to ask you at a meta level, is it sort of like I know Blades in the Dark lets you have something like somebody leads, the group.
I'm gonna have it like someone leading and
Got it.
and taking point. And what is your Mercury one? That is a 7.
Yeah.
So pick one.
Okay. I would like a particular threat to not be a problem any longer.
All right. So that being the corpses nearby.
Well,
what?
it sounds from your description that the threat really is the workers. I think that maybe instead of knocking corpses into the water, I knock over some of the packages that they're trying to move, and something of moderate value falls into the moat, and they rush over to look after it.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I think the complication is going to be that they know something is up from now on, so they're gonna be on higher alert when looking for when looking for you guys, or they're actually going to look for you guys rather.
Yeah, I'm hoping to distract them with that long enough. I was trying to take the pick one of a particular threat isn't a problem. So yeah, hopefully we can sneak past before they notice there's someone here.
Let me write down how much hold you have. Somewhere. So who wants to take point next? Sorry, I'm not talking well today.
I can do it.
Or before then, do you want to? Well, you can. Well, here's how Travel the Labyrinth works. It's after you've dealt with whatever you find. Here's what you can spend the hold on. I posted on the chat, and right now you have 1 hold. And you're in the loading docks, so yay.
And we can just keep on holding on to that hold so we can try to get to 3 to get to the sanctuary, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll then.
All right. Cool.
And this is plus blood, right?
Yeah, and you can mark contamination to. All right,
Okay.
9.
Yeah.
Same thing. What is your insight on the ward?
Let me just look at that map real quick.
It's basically the loading docks. Like, what's your insight on the function of the loading docks?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're still moving through the loading docks.
Yeah. So, to elaborate, yes, the ward is the loading docks, and you're moving through the ward to find the acolyte, and then fighting the acolyte, and then going through the other wards. Like, or going to the region, depending on how you wish to proceed.
Okay.
Each acolyte, there's useful reasons for wanting to defeat each acolyte, but there's also the region's clock that advances, so you don't want to dawdle too long.
Okay. So like, what kind of stuff can I say? Can I say like I hear people talking about what they were assigned to do? So like
Yeah.
plans of the region or so on and so forth.
Yeah, you can do
Sure.
that.
Sick. Okay. So that's what we hear. It is like
Alright.
guard chatter.
Yeah. And as for Vincent's question in the chat, I'm not gonna make you take anything yet. Alright. So guard chatter. Good. So you know that the guards can talk, even though they're animalistic. So as you advance through the loading docks, you get to a place with a bunch of workers pretty much yelling at each other. They again, they don't notice you yet, but they're now yelling at each other, and there's going to be a fight breaking out pretty soon.
Oh, that's awesome. That's what I want to hear, is people fighting each other, so I don't have to. Yeah, I would like to just kind of, I also want to I just want to read this situation.
All right, read the sage / see clear.
Yeah.
That is class.
Okay.
Oh no, that is a miss.
Yeah.
All right. So how are you trying to decipher the situation? Like, are you trying to get close and see what they're doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you get spotted by them. There's like 4 of them. Not a lot, so you can like. But Bertrand, what do? You notice that they notice Shrishti.
Well, I rushed them with my greatsword held high, howling
All right.
bestially. Yeah, angrily.
Give me a face the horde.
That is plus blood, correct?
No, that is plus iron.
Sorry. I was thinking of Urban Shadow stats. Thank you.
Let me look at the roll for your party to see how much you rolled. And
Looks like a 10.
Yay, choose one of the list. I will post the list.
I have the PDF right here,
Okay,
too.
good.
Face the horde. Let's see. I tear through them and I get to pick one. Let's see. I could suffer harm, more contamination, end up in a risky position, or have more coming. Well, I'll end up in a risky position. I did just rush them with a great sword. It seems like fitting.
Yeah, I think you rush them, and you realize that as you're howling, it's echoing through the rest of the docks. Like, so it's kind of like more are coming, but not immediately, I think. So I'm gonna say you're gonna get disadvantage on traveling the labyrinth next, because you've attracted enough attention that they're on high alert from you. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Right. And so yeah, they're on the ground. You splatter blood on everywhere. What are the rest of you doing?
Bertrand, was that really necessary?
This castle needs to be cleansed of its filth.
Very well.
I want to look at like these workers and I just want to see what they look like. Do they bleed red, or
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Animal people.
Huh. And then what were they saying? What were they yelling at each other?
So just petty disagreements about like this one wasn't is particularly about the region. They were just disagreeing on something random. Like
Lift with your knees, not with your back.
pretty much.
Go ahead.
I'd actually, well, I have ideas, but also we haven't heard from Eduardo in a while. I'd love to hear what ideas he has.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if can the Horde give us any kind of insight into the acolyte? I mean, in other words, if these guys were skeletons, which I understand they're not, would they lead us to believe that the acolyte is a great skeleton? You know what I mean? I'm trying to see if I can make some sort of assumption, or
You can make any assumption you want. Doesn't mean you're gonna be right.
can I make an informed assumption? How about that?
You can make any assumptions you want. I don't have to. Well, they're dead. They can't really tell you what the acolyte looks like.
Sure.
So is there a way for us to find out more about the acolytes? Like, I think that is our question. Like, what else is there for us to do here now that this horde is dead, or should we just move on?
I think you can move on. Like, there's nothing here now. I think you should probably move on.
Okay, we peace out.
Alright.
Away from these 4 corpses.
All right. Who wants to take point next?
Is this a thing that should rotate as opposed? So
Yeah.
I volunteered before because it was just like I just want to get attacked first, but it sounds like this is the kind of thing where it's just like, well, everybody should take a turn being up front.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take a turn at it.
All right. Cool. The good doctor, give me a roll with disadvantage unless you spend contamination or mark contamination. Sorry.
So you said disadvantage. How do I make that? How do I affect that with the dice?
It's roll 3 and take the 2 highest,
Oh, I got it.
or take the 2 lowest with if it's disadvantage. So
I understood what you said.
Yeah.
Or what you meant.
yeah.
So there's the 4, 5, and the 5, and it should be just a 9 then instead of a.
Wait, there's 2 3s. Clear the room and roll again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why don't I do this too? Let me change the color of my dice so I'm orange. Is that?
It doesn't matter. You can be blue.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That is not good news.
That's quite bad.
So yeah, this is when the guards start coming,
Okay.
and it's a bunch of skeletal zombie animals, and workers basically leading them behind them with makeshift weapons. What do you do?
So I'm imagining, let's say within the fiction that, Dr. Macabre saw a trail of ichor on the ground and just followed his curiosity and led him to a chamber or a space where it's, what you described. Dr. Macabre just lets out a kind of just sort of this reactionary little, sort of pathetic noise, and he draws his pistol and his rapier, and can't help but engage because he's the sort of the first one. I mean, he, like I said, just sort of followed his nose into this awful situation.
Yeah, give me a face the horde.
Let's see. So plus iron. Too many windows open. Here we
Your
go.
iron is -1.
Thank you.
And clear the dice and roll again, I guess.
Yeah.
At least you don't have disadvantage.
Yeah,
Is
at
this the
least.
kind of thing where Bertrand could kind of help out, lend a die, potentially sharing the danger here?
Sure. When you help sure. Yeah, you can end the die. That means you roll one die.
Okay.
And
So,
you have to spend covenant to do it.
Yeah.
do I have I can do that?
Yes, you have a point of covenant with Dr. McCover, so yes.
Where's that shown?
It's on the character sheet.
Oh, yes, there it is. Oh, great. Actually, that's part of our rivalry, when one of you risks danger or cost to aid the other. Beautiful.
Alright, so it goes back up to 1, I guess.
That seems like a funny roll, but I'll take it.
There you go. So I rolled an 8. If you've got a 1 to lend.
Oh, in fact, I rolled the lowest, so I'm the one who faces danger on this one, apparently.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So Dr. McCover, pick 1 for Bertrand to face from the face the horde list.
Oh, I think based on his role, you end up in a risky position. Just sort of seems to fit.
All right.
So, yeah,
So,
Bertrand's like
I
rushing
think-
up, like, at your back, friend.
Yes, and then
But-
you
but
suddenly find yourself surrounded by 6 of them.
Well,
or
pick
double.
2 actually.
Yes.
It's a pick 2 because it's a 7 to 9. So pick another one.
Pick another one. More are coming.
Oh, God.
Okay. So here are the so what happens is Bertrand, you're surrounded by the undead animals and everyone else is getting swarmed by them. At least you're prepared now to face the horde again, but their pressure's on. So Montresor, what are you doing?
I think that Montresor takes to the sky. He tries to get a better literal bird's eye view of the situation, trying to find something in the environment that he can turn to his or someone else in the party's advantage. So I take this as a C clear
Yes.
from him. Okay. That is not good for me.
That is
Oh, that is
really not good for you.
Yeah, that is a 5.
That is a 5. I think as you take to the skies, you will see that there are bird skeletons too that are also flying, and they start attacking you. Mark harm. Let me see. 2 harm.
Okay.
They're big, like they're like you. They're big.
Actually, I'm going to take that as 1 harm and 1 armor marked off. So I think I only have the 1 armor.
Yeah, unless something else gives you armor, you only have 1 armor.
Yeah, so they come at me fairly unexpected to me. I think the first bird lands on my back and starts pecking at my neck, and I end up brushing my wing up to prevent it from hurting too much. But I cry out. They're above us too.
All right.
Help.
Srishti, you're in the middle of this. You're you're taking fighting lessons from Montresor, so you're not super a fighter, I guess. But still, you gotta do something. What do you do?
I'm wondering if I should try see clear as well, or if I should try to help people. So, okay, so Monty has
Only-
one.
Yeah, the only one that's injured is Monty, and they're up in the sky, so you can't really heal them.
I could do the stand with me, but
Well, stand with me is for confrontations, and this is not a confrontation. This is just a random exploration fight.
I see. Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to I think I'm pulling myself back a little bit to kind of get myself out of danger a little bit so I can observe because I know that I'm weak AF, so I'm only good for
All right,
observing.
flow like water.
I don't believe I'm flowing like water.
Are you sheltering?
Well,
Sorry?
no, shelter is a safe space. I think flowing like
Well-
water is when you're getting out of the way.
I mean, but
Oh.
it's still within the labyrinth.
Oh no, I want to find out like I want to know like I want to
Oh, see clear then.
research. Yeah,
Alright.
I won't get out of danger then. I
All
just
right,
need
cool.
to.
All right.
I want to get some questions answered. Okay.
So I'm gonna say take 1 harm from the general chaos for
Okay.
if you're not gonna flow like water.
Sure. So that's a 9.
All right. Ask your one question.
Okay. Huh. Which exit takes me to my goal?
So I'm guessing this in this situation it would be like how easy or sorry how to get out of the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can rely on Bertrand to smash them. You can run the fuck away. There are and the place is rather open, but there's a you see it and you see that you're getting closer maybe to either a safe space or some other location. Uh if you go like however like I don't know how to explain this. Like yeah, there might be an opening, but you'd have to clear some of the enemies out or fly away.
Okay,
Literally.
so our only way really of getting to the next place is to actually kill all of the people here. Or all of the monsters, whatever.
Most of
Enemies.
them. Yeah, most of them.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Like there's a bunch of them. There's a lot. So.
Okay.
Bertrand, you're surrounded. What do you do?
I'm not worried about it. I do have a weapon that cleaves, felling many foes in one blow, and so that is precisely what I intend to do. So it sounds like I'm likely facing the horde again.
Yeah.
I don't suppose. Can I return the favor and give you an advantage by risking danger?
I don't see how that could go wrong.
Sure.
To come to your aid.
Sure.
So once again, it's a -1, then a +1 on my covenants.
Yeah. So there's a 5 and a 4 and roll, and Eduardo roll a. Okay, you're the lowest, so you get the consequence.
Oh, dang it!
All right. So Bertrand, choose 1 because you roll a 10+.
Is this visited upon both of us or just my stalwart friend here?
I think in this case, yes. Could go either way, depending.
All right,
Like,
fair
for
enough.
example, if more are coming, which you probably don't want, then it would be for all of you.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I'm gonna get some on me and mark contamination.
Alright.
Seeing as how I'm hewing down beast after beast after beast here, and these are particularly gross-looking ones from what you said right there. They're not just beasties;
Yeah.
they're like undead,
Yeah.
creepy, nasty beasties. All right.
Yeah, I put it that one already.
Oh, you did. Okay, I was wondering where that came from. Thank you.
Alright. So yeah, now you have an opening, not in the mechanical sense, but you have an opening to run.
Okay, should I lead the next travel the labyrinth?
It would still take a flow like water because there are enemies nearby. And for this case, I think all of you should run or should roll. Sorry, because of the circumstances, there are a lot. There, not as many as there were before, but there's still a bunch of them.
I'm gonna clear everything if that's okay from the room.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I'll go ahead and go first.
Before you cleared it, I rolled an 8 on the purple dice. But
okay.
Oh,
so
sorry.
that would be a 7. Because I think that's
7.
Mercury.
Yeah, Mercury.
No, I got a 7 as well.
I got a 9.
I got a 8 plus 1, which gives me a 9.
All right, so I think everyone is where they need to be, pretty much. And the cost. Each of you mark 1 harm. I'm gonna make the indices here. Like, you got a few scrapes on you, but you're fine otherwise.
Hey. Yeah, I feel that just narratively to have something happen, like maybe as we head deeper in and we're getting chased, we pull down boxes that are stacked high to block the path to follow us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the downside is that we're getting ourselves walled in wherever it is that we're headed.
Yeah.
This might be a one-way trip for some of us anyway.
All right, then. Travel the labyrinth.
Okay. Oh, should I mark contamination? If I do, we might find something valuable or useful. That could be good. I think I'll do it.
All right. Don't forget to clear before rolling.
Yeah. Okay, so that gives me advantage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so clear. Nice. 3 green dice.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. So give us an insight.
Okay. So I think as we clear into this area, we come into a section of these loading docks where there's a barge that seems much more refined than the ones that we had passed by before. Like we can tell that this belongs to a much more wealthy merchant who must apparently have dealings within the castle and with the regent. And I think that they have a sigil on their ship that identifies them as the folks who provide the clothing that Bertrand and others of his family have dealt in for a very long time.
All right. I think this is. Here's what you find. You find that, and you find out in this area, this dock, there's a bunch of boxes with but they're smaller. They don't seem to be coffins. They just seem to be chests and like prettier boxes. What do you do?
Loot and pillage. Do we have something for if we find something valuable or useful? Is there anything that determines what that thing might be? Can we find relics like that, or is that something else?
Relic is a stat. Yes, I think rummaging through the
Yeah, I
to
can't remember if
the.
there's like a specific way that you're supposed to acquire relics or not.
It depends.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
rummaging
I'll-
through. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, rummaging through the loot, you will find one relic worth of loot, basically. Actually, two relic worth of loot.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, and Eduardo is pointing out that you have treasure stuff. So
Yeah. That's what the two of us love to do.
so mark Covenant.
Okay.
All right, cool.
One of my fun moves is that because I have Dr. Macabre as my best friend, when we have Covenant of one or more, I have access to one of his moves, and I think that is I am a handy inventor when we have a Covenant.
Yay! All right. Do you want to invent? Well, actually, you're not in a safe space. This is still kind of unsafe. It's you would have to spend one hold two hold. No,
If we spend 3 hold, we can reach the Acolyte, and we have
Yeah.
that now.
yeah, I think. Yeah, you would have to spend one hold to get to a safe camp, but in this case, you would have to find a safe camp first.
I have a question. When can I heal people?
Let me check. I think you can heal people during safe camp, during shelter.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't entirely clear to me because there's rest and relaxation is when you provide aid to characters in a safe camp, but then
Yeah.
shelter is just when you look for a safe space to recover.
Yeah.
So I'm not clear, and I guess it's really your call on whether that means that you can shelter when you're in the midst of the labyrinth or not. It is an exploration move.
I think you can right now you can look for a safe camp that would be World plus Mercury. And then when you travel the labyrinth, you can spend one hold to retreat to the safe camp.
Okay.
But since you would be looking for the safe camp right now and going there, you wouldn't need to spend the hold.
It's worth noting here that the shelter move is how we add back to our Covenant rankings, like since the last time you rested. So it's not as goofy as I thought when it's just like, oh, let's help each other. We spend a point, we gain
okay,
a
that
point.
makes
Yeah, I was
sense.
just
There's
noticing
a
that
delay
too.
in there.
There's
Right.
a delay. Okay.
Okay.
So
All
can I
right,
just
that makes
ask,
sense.
to that point, I mean, should we then be
At zero,
down
yeah.
Covenant until we get to shelter, then we recharge? Is that the mechanic?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I would say right now you're at 0,
Got
and Monty is at 1 with
Macabre. Yeah.
cover.
I'm so confused, but I'll just go with what you
Sorry,
guys
it's
are
just
doing.
that we made a mistake with the Covenant stuff. So
Yeah, I didn't understand how, like, is that something that you spend, or like...
the Covenant you spend, yes. Like you
Okay.
spend Covenant to help people or to summon people from far away.
Like
Cool.
when you and I
Well,
share stories of the good times, That's nice. And then the next time we rest, our covenant will go up by 1, and we can spend those covenant points to help each other in battle and such.
Okay.
All right.
Can I use this as an opportunity to ask another question?
What question?
Drink deep. So the example I think that was in the rule book was something to the effect of like, it gave me the sense it's almost like studying or investigating.
Yeah.
A specific. Is that a correct interpretation, or?
It could be, or it could be literally drinking deep. It depends on, like, as long as you're accessing some arcane object or place of power or whatever, you are drinking deep.
Is this a place of power? It doesn't really. I think that usually the places of power are like where the acolytes are based. Is that right?
There can be places of power outside of the acolyte's sanctuary, but
you'd be defining it.
yeah, this is not one of them. This is just treasure.
I would expect it to at least have a creepy fountain or a statue or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Decorations, that's how you know that there's power.
Yes.
Are you all good with us meeting the acolyte at this place and seeing what that's all about?
Sure.
Could be scary.
All right. Let's spend that hold then. Let me actually go to the place with the hold. All right. Let's take a break before we go into the acolyte. Okay.
Okay. 5 minutes, I guess. Or
Yeah, until 9. My time 9. So.
Okay. Cool. See everybody in a few.
Testing. Okay, doesn't work. Testing. Testing.
I feel like I hear you barely.
Testing.
Yeah, you're very, very quiet.
How about now?
Still really quiet.
That's odd. Now?
Yeah, it's like I can hear you, but it's faint. It sounds like it's further away than where your microphone is.
Testing.
There we go.
All right. I was just trying to figure out if I can fix the other microphone. So, I guess not. All
Yeah, you're loud and clear though.
right, cool. All right, is everyone else here? All right. Jason, you there? All right. Jason? We'll give you a few minutes.
Yeah, now that I realize that Covenant is a thing that we're actually doing, then yes, I would like to start killing, I guess, with the 0 iron.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool. At least it's not Mercury.
That's
Oh.
true.
Bruh.
I'll do what I can to help. I'll definitely offer you a covenant to get that.
And good news, you can do stand with me when you're fighting acolytes, so yay. Alright, let's see.
How is my sulfur? Not great.
Alright. Jason?
Wonder if he's not. Maybe he's not feeling well. Hit him.
Maybe. I'll wait another 5 minutes or so.
Okay. Where's everybody based out of? Since I know Maria's in Connecticut.
Until like August.
Yeah.
I'm in Virginia.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
by the way, Jason's back. Yay. Okay.
Cleaning bottles.
Alright, cool.
So only one part of the mystery gets revealed.
So you arrive at the main area, like kind of the main area of the like where the office quote unquote will be, and there's a bunch of workers. There's also this hulking man with an octopus for a head and robes, who's wearing robes and ordering people around, and they spot you.
Old rat.
What do you do?
Oh, I guess I did lead. I led to get to our last place, but that means I had the first action in the last place. Does somebody else want to go first and try to set up an opportunity?
Yes, I'm gonna line it up, I think.
All right. How are
Yes.
you gonna line it up? Just looking to see where the weak spot is?
Yes, I'm observing this octopus man.
All right. Cool. Give me a glass.
Okay.
this.
It's an 8.
8 is... Line it up. Big 2.
I think all of us have weapons with perks, so you should take that one.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that would mean. I think that one means a specific perk.
Oh, okay.
It makes more sense because
That does make more
every
sense.
weapon has a perk. Like no, like yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna do the foe makes me its highest priority because I have a hard time dodging. So I'm gonna do that the opening only lasts a few moments and that there needs to be a specific perk on the weapon that people are using to hurt this acolyte, or else they'll have to do it with a disadvantage.
Yeah. Let me see what are his things.
I see a couple of them that could be on brand.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have like the way you're positioned right now. You can only use ranged
You
because
have that.
because you just got there.
Oh, okay.
And to be and line it up is anyone can use the opening as long as they have ranged right now. So
I think
So
only
that-
I have ranged.
Dr. Macabre also has a gun.
Right. No, I've also got it.
Nice.
very cool. Dr. Macabre, how do you engage?
So Dr. Macabre, raises his pistol and, let me think about something within the fiction here. I think, he can see Shristi just focused on this one sort of weak spot, just a little bit above the belt, below the ribs, and he just, pulls off a shot.
Okay, cool. Roll precise insight, which is plus class.
Yeah, once again, I don't think I have anything in glass, so
Fiction first.
he pushes his glasses up his nose, takes a shot, and
Takes
an
a shot
11.
and actually succeeds. All right. Actually, the spot she was looking at was he was carrying a staff and it was a skull on the staff, and you shoot the skull, and you can see that there are some animals around that were animated, like among the minions that were around, and those like fall to the ground.
Excellent.
All right. They immediately start attacking though. Bertrand, what do you do?
The minions immediately start attacking. Can I?
Yeah.
Here's a rules question that I'm not entirely clear on in this. In a situation like this, do you mix exploration moves with confrontation moves, or are you only
You can.
using confrontation moves? Okay, so I could do something like face the horde to try and
Yeah.
take out these minions, rather than
It's just-
confront to try and
I
face
think-
create an opening.
Yeah, I think it's just that you cannot confront outside of confrontations. But you can
Gotcha.
still use exploration moves during confrontations.
I will then try to basically cleave at these minions to prevent them from advancing on my allies.
All right. Face the horde. Nice.
13.
Take one.
These are the gross ones still, huh?
No, those are not the gross ones. The gross ones are now collapsed on the floor.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. You know what though? I'll still mark contamination. Why not? They're all biting and scratching and stuff.
All right, cool. You are now at 2 contamination.
Now at 3, do you go up to what? Like get
To
a
1
gain
blood. Yeah,
1
gain a blood
Gotcha.
and reset contamination.
Gotcha.
Right.
The opening's gone, but I don't have a ranged weapon, so I couldn't take advantage of it anyway. But
Yeah.
it was
But
used.
the opening is done. But the thing is gone. Like
Yeah.
the necromancer's skull is gone.
Yeah.
So that quality has been removed.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So now the Dark Master throws the useless staff and cracks his knuckles and jumps towards Dr. McCower and attempts to punch him. Montresor, what do you do?
Ooh, what do I do?
What do you do? Because
yeah.
you see this coming.
Yeah. Well, it's not incoming danger to me, so I can't dodge. But I could confront. I could try to cut him off before he's able to get there. So
Yeah.
I think I will confront the danger head on and roll plus iron because I don't want Dr. Macabre to get hurt.
All right, cool.
Let me clear because I have extra dice in there. Ooh, yes, that's a 12.
Very nice. Big 2.
Okay. So an opening is created, so that's good. I want to roll with the blow and take 1 less harm.
All right.
And yeah, I'll let him get around to other people, but I'd prefer not to mark contamination at this time.
All right. So, the one you did not pick is okay. So, yeah, you take 1 harm total.
Okay.
This is with the -1.
I'll take that as a minor wound.
Yeah, and there's an opening, but his tentacles start flailing and grabbing around Monty. Anyone else want to do anything? Now, Srishti, actually, what do you want to do?
Now's your
Yeah.
chance.
Oh.
Strike true.
Oh.
Ouch.
I was gonna help you. Monty. Because, like, if I were to do stand with me, does that mean that Monty could possibly be rescued from danger? Question mark.
Correct. And that then you could be from getting grabbed by tentacles.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And there are 3 anyway. Like, this won't be the killing blow, anyways. So it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to. I don't even know what this looks like fictionally.
You have a gun, right?
Yeah, I guess that's how I'm. Yeah, I'm probably just shooting one of its tentacles. Or
You
Yeah.
can even shoot like into
several.
the air around it just to break its concentration.
Yeah, just
See that
startle
way.
it.
Yeah. So you're rolling stand with me.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
I am.
And you are doing it with glass.
Yeah.
All right.
Because-
Cool.
So that is a 13. Ha 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 ha.
Yes.
13.
Which doesn't matter. Oh.
Pick
oh.
one.
Okay. Yeah. There. Would you rather be rescued from danger, or would you like to heal your lightest wound?
How
Or
would
2
it make
harm.
sense fictionally though?
Yeah, I would love to heal it, but yeah, I think that what makes much more sense by firing your gun
I know, right?
is that
I'm like-
I'm rescued.
Throwing bandages on you as you're dangling in the air.
You're shooting
Um,
bandages.
If it makes sense to you, Maria, since that high roll also gives your ally fleeting advantage,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to take that to like in that distraction? I claw out before taking wing to clear and take advantage of the opening that was made when I did the confront, or do you want somebody else to? I'm definitely cool with someone else taking that.
Fleeing is when you run from the fight.
Yeah. Sorry, not flee, but just getting like that bit of space. Yeah, I've been rescued from danger. That needs to look like something.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Do you mean that you want to give someone else your fleeting advantage?
I'm happy to take it.
Or I'm happy to give it to someone else because it is a high roll. So either way, your choice.
Yeah, I think narratively what I like is that gunshot goes off. This acolyte kind of like flails around to see where that sound came from. I start darting away. He's chasing after me, and like an opening is made for Bertrand, maybe just to clothesline him with.
There was already an opening. That's the thing.
Well, no. I mean, like the opening. Yes, the opening's already there, but somebody has to use it. So
yeah.
Yeah, not mechanically an opening, just narratively an opening.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, Bertrand, I guess you can take the advantage from this roll. Yes.
I would love to. And so I'm going to kind of lunge with this sword, taking advantage. That's striking with iron, I'm assuming, is that physical force?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And you get a third die.
Oh, that's nice. Well, it could be a 9. That's a 5 and a 2. Or it could be
a 10.
A 10. Yay.
Beautiful.
Yes, beautiful. You take out. So you lunge. I think you and I think you start cleaving as well. So you take out most of his tentacles.
Most. Oof.
Well, you take pretty much the ones that are strong enough to grab you and possibly rip you apart.
That's good. Those are the ones I was shooting for.
All right, he's significantly weak. Dr. McCover, what do you want to do?
So did I understand right that we exhausted the openings?
Yes. When you use an opening, you exhaust it.
Right. So I'm just going to look for another weakness, for another opening. I mean, perhaps, I take my rapier and I, do a couple feints and just try to expose an opening. Yeah, among the tentacles.
All right. Well, the tentacles are gone, so.
Sure. Well,
but he can still use his fists.
There you go. Thanks.
He's been doing so.
Oh, we should have cut off his hands, Bertrand.
But that means he would have attacked with his tentacles. But okay, go ahead and give me a. That would be dodge, I guess, if you're just trying to dodge his blows. I think that's better than your glass, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was just checking, and you are absolutely correct. So just, Dr. Macabre does a, cinematic sort of role, and he, just manages to avoid. And that's 7 + 1 is an 8.
All right.
So I do not pick 2 then from the list because I did not get a 10 out by C.
All right. So on a hit, pick 1. You pick 1.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with the foes heedless in pursuit of you, creating an opening.
All right.
So he just doubles down on following my moves.
Yeah, and also you get hit for 2 harm.
Right.
Yeah. Because you do get hit a bit.
Right. Can I mark off armor instead of taking harm? Is that?
Do you have any armor?
Oh, I did not. That's an excellent question.
Yeah, if you did not pick armor, then you do not have armor to mark off.
Yeah, you can mark off a minor wound to reduce it by 1.
Just thinking that, yeah. So I'll go with the minor wound, and then I'll just take 1 harm to get the 2.
And do you want to heal 1 harm or mark contamination? Because you took a minor wound.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take contamination, just sort of within the fiction, catches my ankle and, just sort of, I talked about the ichor in a couple scenes ago, and, maybe it's just, there's sort of like a trace or some of that just kind of gets into my, into my blood.
Oh, and I did forget to mark contamination when I used my wound, but I'll go ahead and take care of that now. I think that was when he grabbed me with the tentacles.
Yeah. Oh, the grabbing with the tentacles did not deal harm.
He did something that cost me 2.
He punched you.
Oh. Yeah, I punched him with his contaminated fingers.
All right. I mean, you can justify that, I guess. He is a monstrosity, so yes. All right. Does anyone want to take care of that opening? All right, Shrishti. Are you gonna shoot your gun?
Whoa.
Healing blow.
And I would like to use our covenant to give you advantage on that.
All right, cool. So how you would do it, because I need to know which dice is yours, is you roll your 1 die and then Agatha rolls her normal dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I say, remember your training. Shoot for the back of the head. Or no, I say shoot for the body. We have to wait, and we have to hit the hands, don't we? If you
not
can't
necessarily,
punch-
because this is his last thing.
Yeah.
This is his last quality, so you
Where am
don't
I
have to.
Yeah.
Where am I shooting?
Somewhere.
Not the head. No, wait. No. Shoot for his body. Shoot for his body. You have the best chance of scoring a hit.
The toes.
Oh gosh.
So.
Oh no, that's a 5.
What? No.
I have. Oh, plus yours? Is that how that works?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's 6. But it depends on how you are.
I accidentally re-rolled them, but you got a 6 plus your glass,
Firing?
I guess.
Oh, glass.
Because
right.
because strike, you can use any stat as long as it makes sense, and it's precise inside, so it's glass. So yeah, you hit him, and so choose one, or I choose one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I think since he was focusing on Mikover, he's gonna lash out at Mikover. Like he's gonna punch Mikover, and then he gets shot in the back of the head and collapses. So Mikover, you take 2 damage. Harm, sorry. But the Acolyte is dead. Victory.
Harm goes fast in this game.
Yeah. So when a foe is defeated, everyone still living may raise blood and add 1 to their covenant with each other. And then the foe's sanctum becomes a place of power, usable for forward base.
Okay, so that means we get a blood move, right?
Yes.
A blood gift.
So can
Either
I?
a blood gift or an advance, or raise 1 of your stats. It depends.
Does that mean we gain covenant with the people that we don't have covenants with?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Because if we
there's only
if not, there's literally no way for me to aid say Montresor's character, right?
Or Montresor in your case, yeah. I think I'm gonna insert 1 below so you can. So
yeah, that feels like one that's just not clear within the rules.
Yeah. I know. I think it was meant to not, because because there's not enough space for in the character sheet, but
Oh,
it might be overlooked, so I'll add it. I'll have you add
Fascinating.
Covenant with everyone else.
Yeah.
Huh.
Maria, when you played before, how large was the party of adventurers? Was it 3
Four.
people?
It was. It also shifted depending on the session. So
Sure thing.
Can I ask a quick question, Maria?
Yeah.
So you mentioned I take 2 harm. Can I, if I've already marked off a minor wound, can I take another minor wound,
No.
or is just
You
one
ha-
minor wound?
you can only take one minor wound at a time.
And in lieu of one of those harm, can I take contamination, or does that only happen when I
No.
take a minor wound?
That only happens when you choose when you take a minor wound.
Got it. All right.
Um.
I'm pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good
Or
thing
you
is
can take
that
a major wound, but major wounds clear up 3.
Quick question. Do we ever get more playbook moves that are not blood moves?
No.
Do you mind if I swap one of mine now that I actually know what the rules are?
I don't mind.
Thanks.
can I eat this acolyte?
Yes, you can eat this acolyte.
Okay, I'm taking my mook creature of darkness.
Alright, cool. You may war the acolyte, yes. Actually, let me X out the entire acolyte since he's dead.
So I understood you to say that we select another move now that we've defeated.
Either that or raise one of your stats. You can only do each of them twice. So you can only raise a stat twice or choose to a move twice, because on your 5th advance you become evil basically.
Got it.
So
Of course.
because of course it's like corruption in Urban Shadows.
There we
so we
go.
choose
Who wants to
blood.
claim this as a forward base?
All right,
And that's on the bloodlines, because that uses the bloodline stats. Oh, and for Monty's sake, the acolyte was giving the regent the quality to summon undead animals.
okay, so it was strengthening the regent in that case, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that means I can take contamination to give anyone fleeting advantage.
Yeah.
Does anything happen with the? Oh wait, the regent's clock advances for us defeating an acolyte, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Teacher, you forgot to give us homework.
All right, cool. It is now at 1.
So right now we can either choose to add 1 to our stats or choose a blood gift, right?
Yes, or not take blood, because blood is also evil.
Oh.
That's the only way to think.
Question: what's not evil? No.
Everything is evil. This is the castle. Welcome to Rhapsody of Blood.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for whoever wants to claim the forward base.
Yeah,
Oh,
if we
yeah.
want to make sure that it works, it should
I'll
be
take it.
Bertrand, because you roll plus swords to claim it.
Happy to.
Oh.
And I have 1 swords in my bloodline,
All right.
so I'll do that.
Roll blur your 1 swords. You can also lend help, I guess.
How do you help? I want to help.
Lend aid. When you help another bloodline with a move, offer them a dice. If they take it, they roll with it with their own as if they had advantage. If your die is highest, they say how you made the difference and gain 1 pact on them. If it's the lowest, the GM will say how helping them hurt you.
Sure. Yeah. I'll offer help.
All right. So Agatha, you roll 1 die, and then Jason rolls his 2 dice.
Wow. Yeah, I had rolled a 6 and a 2, and that's
rolled-
another 6. So
Yeah,
that's over 12.
my soups help.
Yeah, you really did.
Yay.
This is the nicest camp, y'all.
You also gain a pact on the fate dealers gain a pact on the moon cursed for helping.
Oh, I have a lot of packs on
Pact.
them.
Yes.
Can I describe how I help?
Yeah.
I disinfect the shit out of this place.
All right.
It's just gross AF, and I'm like,
So yeah.
Your Lysol spray.
Yeah, I put on
So-
my face mask.
Also you have one bonus.
Yeah. Question about this. There's room for more. It counts as another Bloodlines camp too. It says that you gain a pact on them, but like, what does it mean for it to count as their camp too?
So how you spend pact is that hold up.
I guess what I'm asking is, does it matter whose camp it is? I figure like it's our
Yeah,
camp.
because when you take shelter in a camp, I think you use your bloodline shelter move or
Oh, it's like it's with the
When
chalices.
your
of whoever-
explorer finds shelter, so only you,
Right.
Bertrand, can use the when your explorer finds shelter move for this place. But if
I
you
think
use
it's-
that boon,
I
we
think
can-
I think it's not the shelter move; it's the rest and relaxation move,
is it?
which is just above in Bloodline
Yeah,
moves. You know that?
I'm trying to check because there's also a move that triggers when you make it's a shelter move. Like
But like each person, if you look at your moves list, you have a move that says when your explorer finds shelter in the castle, they can use the power of the blood to push back
There's a
death.
special thingamajig for that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, if
Yeah.
you take that bonus, then one other person can use their one of those.
yeah.
Oh wait.
Cool.
Oh wait. No. Sorry. It's above. It's in the pact section where it says, while at one of your camps, members of other bloodlines can do whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what you're granting a bonus one of those options if you use that.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
So
then-
for
okay.
example, normally what you would do is you spend or when your explorers find shelter in the castle or make a forward base, they can inspire others with tales of selfless heroism. The next time their allies would mark contamination, they ignore it.
All
So, and
So
you
I'm-
would spend one pack to do that, right?
I'm definitely doing this in theory because this is a playtest and I want to make sure that I engage with the playtest materials. But in reality, because specifically in the playtest materials, one of those things is that everybody gets an animal friend, and,
Yes.
and another is that we can get visions of what kills us. So I really want an animal friend. So, sorry, keepers of the 7 stars, fate dealers. I'm gonna declare this also a camp of the guardians of nature. Whoosh.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. And after
Even though the
desanitized it-
keepers is the one who helped you, so
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh.
I'm a furry dude, and I'm feeling a certain kinship with our giant raven friend here. And I feel that they can bring a lot of
Bird
resources to
feathers.
bear. Everybody contributes in their own way.
Oh wait,
I,
wait.
I think this
I see the
weakens our
pact. I see the
covenant
pact.
because
This is a betrayal.
because you act as you did when we became not friends.
Oh my!
Ouch.
My contamination.
This is just like the time that you enlisted animal friends instead of going to the movies.
Literally.
Yeah, one of
No, I'm actually gonna mark it down.
So yeah,
Okay.
sorry. What I meant to say is, while at one of your camps, other bloodlines can spend one pack to transfer a point of contamination from to a member of your bloodline, and blah, 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 blah.
All right.
What?
So
are we?
so now when you are here, you can spend one pact. You or anyone else can spend, except Bertrand, can spend one pact to transfer a point of contamination to Bertrand.
Oh, right. Yeah, and I welcome it.
Does it have to be
Because-
packed with Bertrand?
I think so.
Okay, so
it would make
this
sense.
is where it's important that we're able to gain pact with everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Macabre. What do you want our covenant to be?
Good.
Do you want to have strange dreams, or do you want, or I can have strange dreams?
I'm just looking at the list real quick.
Well, I think you're not making covenants. It's just you have a point of covenant you can spend. I don't think you would just randomly create a covenant now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but what if we want to? What if I want to follow a different faith than Bertrand? Yeah, I'm not sure which of them would apply to
Yeah.
our relationship.
Wow. But yeah, do you want to rest and relax?
Yes.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm guessing it would make sense for Montresor to do it, since you also own the camp, and also I think you have more chalices.
Yeah, I have one chalice.
Yeah.
And you do.
Okay, so clearing 2 green.
Hey, Marie, can I ask you a question with these animal companions and their moves?
They count as soldiers, I think, for the sake of our, or they count as contacts.
The reason I ask is because they get access to one of your moves, but all of my moves involve spending honor. Can they spend my honor?
I guess.
Thanks.
I would
Okay,
really-
so I got a 7, which gets me to pick 2. I actually okay. So my options are: everyone can heal all harm, everyone can heal all wounds. Each explorer can repair and resupply their weaponry. Nobody is out of weaponry. Each explorer may form a new covenant or raise an existing covenant by a step. That's where you can have. Okay, so we don't automatically get new
covenants.
covenants.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
better.
okay. That
You
makes
only
sense.
get them through a rest and relaxation. Every time the rest and relaxation move is taken, so you can take it more than once while we're here, each time the Regent's clock ticks down. Unless I pick the option, the Regent's clock does not tick down.
So what are your 2 options?
Again, because we're in a playtest and I just want to see what the Regent does as he gets closer to his diabolical goals, I'll allow the clock to tick down. And I think let's have everybody heal all their
Harm.
harm and wounds.
All right. So everyone's back at full.
Aw, I don't get to heal anyone.
Does that
The medic is useless.
Does that mean if we marked off armor, that armor's still gone?
I think it
No,
does mean
armor
that.
repairs. Armor repairs.
Okay. I will take your word for it because I can't find anything that contradicts that.
Armor
And also,
works
I'd like
like
my armor
phantom harm
repaired.
wounds. So, and it makes sense since if your armor is literally your hide, I would
Yeah.
not. I would not think that. Yeah,
And it is.
and it is. So
Are
for both
there,
cases, it is. So. So
are there
Alright.
any other safe campaigns that people want to do while we're here?
there's resist doom. There's reinforcements. Arcane power. You can spend relics to get advantage.
Oh,
All
do
right,
we
relics.
Yeah.
get
And,
anything?
you got 2 relics, Montresor.
Oh well, I'm sharing one of them with Dr. Macabre because
Because
it's just the kind
covenant.
of guy.
All right, so 1 and 1.
So can I just get a clarification? The shelter move, is it just for the bloodline that set up the shelter, or just does it apply to everyone who is in the
It's
shelter.
a forward base. I got that wrong. It's a forward base, and shelter is just when you're exploring the castle, you get shelter.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
And
So-
it's anyone.
Okay.
So my understanding of it is that when we are at a forward base, anybody can make the bloodline moves that apply to that. You know, when you provide aid to characters in a safe camp, that kind of thing. It's that the base only counts as belonging to the person who set up the safe camp for it, which means that the that pact while at one of your camps, you can only use that ability.
Okay.
Now, would anyone like an animal companion, and what does that look like? It sounds like Shrishti can get one, or
Dr. McCover. Or I think Bertrand can also get it because it's specifically your move.
The other thing that I guess this raises a question of that we don't have to address right now, but can you get pact on people without having a covenant with people? It's the covenant that allows you to get more pact
Correct.
with them. But
No, covenant is covenant and pact is pact. So you can have pact. Pact is separate from covenant.
okay, great. Well, then I definitely have a pact from killing an acolyte at your side. I'm definitely going to spend that in order to...
That's not a pact. That's a covenant.
that is covenant.
What's a
what?
Yeah,
pact?
the pact is
Pact
on the
and-
Bloodlines page.
Very confusing.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's basically like we're like managing two characters, and
Yeah,
tricky.
that's welcome to Legacy.
So help me out here. What did we get after that battle?
Covenant.
We got covenant.
Yes.
Now, you get that with everybody, even if you do not already have a covenant with them?
I think not because of the rest and the relaxation.
So
which lets you make new covenants.
I see, okay. So I can't actually get an animal friend. The whole reason I chose that.
No. You could,
But you don't have pact with Whoosh. Your pact with Whoosh is
So-
0.
how do you get more pact is the question then.
By
Several
helping,
ways.
by lending
Yeah,
aid.
helping them.
'Cause that's how I got one more. But what does a pact do? Like, what can you do with
You
it?
can spend that pact to use
Good.
their forward base thing.
Oh, I see.
So
I would love Bertrand to be able to get an animal companion just because he was so eager to.
That's okay.
We
I'm
can
not
find a way
gonna
to make that
break the
work.
rules for it. I'll just kill the wolf that I added to my character sheet. It's cool.
oh my god. All
She was
right.
beautiful, by the way.
Fine.
It was beautiful.
All would have loved her, and now she's dead.
Yeah.
Because rules.
Bertrand looks wistfully off at a wolf in the distance. It gives off a mournful howl and prances away into the moonlight.
More of, oh,
The,
wait.
the wolf approaches you. It looks eager to be your friend, and then realizes that generations ago, your ancestors had no relationship with my ancestors, and it leaves.
To wander the castle once more. The
So here's
castle
my
of horrors.
question. We're kind of like halfway through the session, but we already dealt with one ward. Do we want, and we still have to find the other wards.
Yeah, like
Like, we
I
still have to travel the labyrinth to get
what-
to the other wards.
What does that mean? Are you saying that we're ahead or behind schedule?
we're ahead.
We're ahead, but also we're at a weird stopping point
Oh,
because of the whole timing.
Yeah, it's like we will stop in the middle of something if we keep going.
Yeah.
gotcha.
And sorry, this is just my pacing was a bit too fast,
That's
I
fine.
think.
And I think that the good thing is that we are bit by bit we're figuring out how
Learning.
this game works.
Yeah. Yeah, like it would have been much faster if everyone knew how the fuck the game works.
Yeah.
So
So I kind of take it as one of the lessons that we all kind of get to take from this session is I'm noticing that there are these like really cool shared narrative mechanics with the Travel the Labyrinth,
Mhm.
where like on a hit we have to describe what we find next, and I think it's kind of fun starting to play with that. I personally, I'm okay if we settle for the night once we've resolved all this camp stuff. I don't know about other people though.
I'm fine with that either. I mean, as well. But also depending on other people, and also what else needs to be set up with camp. Also,
my
there are
gosh.
limitations now.
Oh, I just realized that I totally did not do one of my bloodline moves is that when my explorer rolls a miss, I can hold one to spend that hold to gain advantage on a roll, and I did totally forgot about that.
Oh,
So,
Wait, when?
when I rolled that miss, didn't I roll a miss?
Wait,
well,
what move is this? Oh, bloodline moves.
yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, also your bloodline moves.
I definitely think.
Oh, so you still have that hold. Because you rolled a miss, hold means that you hold it.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
Let's do it next session.
That's
So
exciting.
Yeah.
Just write it down somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. One of the challenges in playing.
We should leave Roses and Thorns, Stars and Wishes until after the
Okay.
recording.
Yes. Sure thing.
Yeah. Is everyone settled for camp?
I think so. I am.
All right. Yeah, and I will do the ending. So thank you for playing and thank you for participating. I will stop the broadcast now.